Hello, beautiful people. It's so good to be you. It's so good to be you, to be yourself, to be who you truly, really, truly, fully, completely are. And how do we know that we are this which we truly are? Well, we'll know by the way how we feel. It's very easy. If we do things that we love and we feel fulfilled, we feel happy, we feel joyful, we feel generally good, energetic, we feel even a little bit excited. We feel that we get up from bed and we feel purposeful. We feel that our intentions are clear, that we are even a little bit thankful for the life that we're having. We are also a little bit grateful for who we are. Then we definitely know that we are coming from who we are and that we are doing things from who we are. We're doing everything in the way that we are authentically doing it from our true self. And what is the only way for anybody to take your power away? Well, to simply make you believe that you should be unhappy. Or to, in other words, to make you unhappy. How does that work? Well, tell you that the things that you want to do are wrong, that you cannot do them, that you're not good enough, that you cannot support yourself by doing what you love, telling you that you're silly about the things that you're thinking or dreaming about, or that your beliefs are wrong, or that you should be thinking, doing, acting, feeling, looking even in a completely different way, that something is wrong with you generally. And in the moment we believe that, our power does like this, poof, gone, momentarily gone. And this is so important. This is so important for us to know and for us to remember, because we can forget. We do forget. Sometimes we get into situations where the predominant vibe is discouraging, disempowering. And God Almighty, it does happen. It does happen, and it isn't pleasant. That's how it is. But the truth is that we can go back to who we are. It might take us a little bit to realign, to readjust, to tune in back into alignment, if you wish. But it is possible. And it's not hard. It just needs us to have this intention and to choose to do that. So, for example, I take a walk in the morning and in the evening. Obviously, I walk my dog, but I also take this time for myself. And during this time, I usually have a very long conversation with myself. And I encourage myself. I go for facets of my life that are going in a very nice direction. I basically reassure my faith, my belief, my trust, in everything, in myself, in what comes from inside of me, the choices that come to me from my heart that feel right. It doesn't even matter in what moment. It can be in the shop when I'm buying myself food, or it can be in some institution, what I should say, how I should react to a certain situation. And by reaction, I would mean a something which I wouldn't usually say, but it just comes from the right place and it feels good. Not necessarily joyful or ecstatic, but it feels right. And it doesn't have this unpleasant feeling or something heavy, or it doesn't bring me the feeling that I did something wrong out of anger or anything like this. But it's rather, I did the right thing and it feels correct. It feels light. That's how I get to somehow distinguish, to understand that this was the right thing for me to do, right? But because it feels light, it doesn't have this heaviness aftertaste. And it is so important to trust that, because those little things that come to our mind, or little visualizations here and there, little glimpses and fluttering of emotions somewhere in the heart area or even the throat, doesn't matter, that might come come to us for 1 second, and then we've lost them. But if we don't trust that, we've really lost it. Because otherwise, it's just a message. It's just a message that I believe all of us have received, all of us have felt, and all of us have followed here and there in our lives. You know, some of us, like me, for example, I started following those much later in my life, especially when it comes to following them consciously. But now I do my best, and I'm far from perfect, but I do my best, and I do my best every day. And some days, I gotta tell you, it's very hard. Some days there are moments during the days that I would feel just down. I would feel down, and it feels very heavy. It feels like I'm last person in the world that deserves anything, and that's true. I do feel like this sometimes. However, throughout the recent years, this feeling and those situations have become so infrequent that they're not having such power over me anymore. And during those moments when I do give them power, because I somehow, for whatever reason, I just buy into the story of those thoughts and emotions, I buy into their story, and I start feeling it and talking to myself in such a way that as if I am this feeling, as if I am this negative thought about myself, others, or the world. But I catch myself quite quickly. I do catch myself quite quickly, and quite quickly might mean sometimes in 2 minutes, sometimes in 1 hour, sometimes in half a day. But this is quick. Sometimes we do it unconsciously, and if we catch ourselves in half a day, that's perfect, because we still are able to stop that and start reversing it bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. No force, no push, bit by bit, getting back to who we know we are, getting back to what we know we want in life, and how we want to feel, who we truly know we're supposed to be here. And this can be expressed in various ways, but the foundation of all of that is love, loving, good, goodness, kindness, expression, authentic expression, creativity, bliss, inspiration. And all of us want this in one way or another. All of us want happiness. And if we really, truly want to be happy, we gotta honor even those moments when we just get caught up in those thoughts, those old beliefs, those old patterns. Gotta honor them, and it might not be easy sometimes, but it's so necessary. It's so necessary. And recently in my life, I'm challenged to do this very often, to honor who I am, who I truly am, and to notice that whatever comes is, first of all, just transitioning from one thing to another. Second of all, that it's not true. That who I am is happiness. Who I am is all those actions that come from the right place. Who I am is peace. Who I am is just knowing. There is no doubt, no worry, no nothing. It's just knowing, and it's just flowing. The day is flowing, actions are flowing, words are flowing, ideas are flowing. Everything just is just like a slide. It just goes down in the right direction effortlessly, like a river. And it's very beautiful. I do believe all of us know this feeling, and sometimes we forget. We forget that we know it. And sometimes we forget that we're powerful, and that our power lies in our happiness. And that's who we are. That's why it feels like at home, as if we're at home, because this is home, because this is who we are. When we are happy, we are who we are. And this is when we really are at home. That's why it feels so good, because it's natural for us, because it's innate to be happy, to be expanded, to be loving. All of it, full pack. That's who we truly are. And how can we distinguish what is not true? Well, think of a limiting belief. That's not true. Think of a limiting emotion. That's not true. We do not know most of the time where those come from. And we don't need to. We just need to notice that they're not true. At least that's how I see it currently. They are just not true. And when we find our own way of recognizing in the moment that those feelings, thoughts, patterns, whatever, reactions are not true to us, this is not who we are, and we find this way of releasing them, letting them go, surrendering, and just letting them pass, basically with knowing and still choosing to act from the right place, to think from the right place, to feel from the right place. We look for it, we choose it on a daily basis. And when we get into the flow, things start just happening. Things start just working out. And I know that for some of us, it's been a while since the last time something worked out. It's been a while since the last time we felt happy and inspired and worthy of receiving, worthy of being heard of, being accepted, of being loved. But it's so important to do our best, to choose to go back there, step by step, because it can be hard, and it is hard sometimes. Yep, it is hard because our power has been, let's say, redirected in a direction which has not necessarily been the best for us. And our power in some aspects has been even taken away, not forcefully, but quite voluntarily, willingly from us. And that's not a problem. That's not a problem at all, because the moment we start realizing this, change starts happening. And change is with no compromises when it comes to something which is untrue. No compromises, because nothing untrue can stay in the construction of a building, right? If there is something untrue in a scaffolding, it just falls apart at some point. It will just cave in. Doesn't matter when, but it will, if it isn't true. And we pretend that it's true. Sometimes we do not know, okay? But at some point, life shows us what is untrue. And then we choose. And we're so beautiful. We are so beautiful because we can choose and we can be who we truly are. Even if it's been a long time ago, since the last time we felt it, we thought through that sensation of who we truly are. But it's possible. It's possible. And you're beautiful and you can do that. You can do that. You're also powerful. You're more powerful than you can even imagine. Strong words, I know, but happiness is a powerful force. Love, it's not even a force, it's just power. Love is just this ultimate power that we all possess in our hearts, in our minds, clarity, truth. Freedom. Yeah, because we are innately free. The first illusion is that we're free in the untruthfulness of our beliefs. And the second thing which is not true is that we are enslaved, because we cannot be. It's just an illusion. And the sooner we realize this, the the better, the easier, the faster. Freedom starts coming back. And we become like children again. Those beautiful children. We are still children. We just forgot about it. I love you all. My heart, my mind out there supporting all of you. It can be challenging, it can be difficult. Stay strong. Stay strong. You are powerful. You are happiness. You are love. Just remember. Love you all. See you very soon. Bye.